Have you ever faced a situation at work where the rules said one thing, but your heart said something else? Perhaps company policy required you to act immediately, but you knew that the timing could hurt someone. Perhaps you had to give a difficult feedback, share bad news, or reject a request, or take disciplinary action. The question is, should a professional always follow the rule exactly to the point, or should there be some space for empathy, judgment, and humanity? Today's story, The Missing Mill by R.K. Narayan, gives us a beautiful answer. It teaches us that rules are important, but wisdom lies in knowing how to apply them without losing compassion. Hi, I'm Janardhan Kar, your fulfilled career growth coach. I help mid-career professionals grow consistently in their career with fulfillment through Khema Yoga method, where Khema is about protecting your inner resources, that is body, mind, and emotions, and spiritual energy. Whereas yoga is about adding professional capabilities like leadership, communication, decision making, and influence, etc. etc. In today's story, brings both together. It shows us that a strong leader needs not only competence but also emotional intelligence. Let us get into the story. In a small town, there is a postman named Thanappa. He is not merely someone who delivers letters. He knows the families on his route. He knows their joy, their worries, their children, their important occasions because he belongs to the village. Over the years, he becomes almost like a member of the community. One family is especially close to him. The father is worried about arranging his daughter's marriage. As many parents will understand, it is not easy. There are discussions, delays, expectations, and uncertainty. Thanapa takes a personal interest in that. Whenever a letter connected with the marriage arrives, he delivers it with excitement. He encourages the family. He shares their hope. Finally, the marriage is arranged, the wedding date is fixed. The house becomes busy with preparations. There is happiness, relief, and celebration. Then, just before the wedding, Thanapa receives another letter for the family. But this letter carries tragic news. A close elderly relative has died. Now, Thanapa faces a painful dilemma. As a postman, his duty is clear. He should deliver the letter immediately. But as a human being, he knows that if the news reaches the family now, the wedding may be stopped or deeply disturbed. So he makes a difficult decision. He holds back the letter until the wedding is completed. After the celebration, he delivers it and admits what he has done. The family is shocked. Technically, he has broken the rules of his job. He may even face punishment for that. But his intention was not selfish. He acted because he wanted to protect the family's long awaited moment of happiness. And that is what makes the story so powerful. Was Thanappa right? Or was he wrong? Or was he standing in that difficult space where professional's duty and human compassion meet? Here, I will relate to the mid career problem. The situation is not limited to a postman. Mid-career professionals face such kind of dilemmas regularly. A manager has to give bad news to one employee. A doctor has to speak to a worried family. An HR leader has to communicate a difficult decision. A senior officer has to enforce a policy that may affect someone's personally. A business owner has to choose between strict procedure and a long-standing relationship. The easiest option is often to say, I am only following the rules. But leadership cannot always hide behind the procedure. At the same time, compassion does not mean ignoring the responsibility. This is the real challenge today. How do we remain human without becoming careless? How do we follow rules without becoming rigid? How do we use authority without losing sensitivity? Let us understand this through my 6 KYM best lessons. This is the 6 steps. First one, pause before you act. When a sensitive situation arises, do not react immediately. Pause for a while. Take one deep breath. Ask yourself, what exactly is happening here? What could be the impact of my action? A calm mind sees more than an anxious mind. This is Khema, that is protecting your inner balance before making an external decision. Step number 2, understand the human context. Policies deal with situations, leaders deals with people. Before acting, understand the person behind the problem. What are they going through at present? What pressure are they under? What information do you have? What information may be missing? Empathy does not weaken judgment, it improves the judgment. Now, the step number 3, check your intention. Thanappa's decision came from concern for the family. But good intention alone is not always enough. Ask yourself, am I doing this for the other person's welfare, or am I avoiding an uncomfortable conversation? Am I showing compassion, or am I simply afraid of conflict? Clear intention is essential, otherwise, compassion can become an excuse for indecision. Step number 4, consider the consequences. Every decision has an immediate effect and a long term effect. Delaying difficult news may protect someone temporarily, but it may also create another problem later. So consider who may benefit, who may be harmed. What happens if I act now? What happens if I delay? What happens if I remain silent? Mature leadership looks beyond the immediate moment. Step number 5, communicate with sensitivity. Sometimes the decision cannot be changed. A request must be rejected. A warning must be given. A role may have to be removed. But the way we communicate can still preserve the dignity. Speak privately. Use clear and respectable language. Acknowledge the person's feeling. Do not humiliate. Do not become cold. People may forget the exact words you used, but they will remember how you made them feel during the difficult moment. Step number 6, accept responsibility. Thanapa did not pretend that nothing has happened. He accepted that he had made the decision. This is an important leadership quality. When you use judgment beyond normal procedure, be ready to explain your reasoning. Do not blame others. Do not hide behind circumstances. Say, this was my decision. This was my intention. These were the factors I considered. Compassion without accountability becomes weakness. Compassion with accountability becomes wise leadership. Now, KYM connection. This story beautifully reflects the Khema Yoga method. Khema gives us calmness, empathy, and emotional stability, whereas yoga gives us communication, decision making, leadership capability. We need both. Only Khema may make us kind, but not always effective. Only yoga may make us efficient, but sometimes insensitive. A fulfilled leader combines competence with compassion, strength with sensitivity, rules with wisdom, performance with humility. So here I conclude. So what does the missing belt teach us? It teaches us that rules are necessary. Without rules, organization cannot function. But rules cannot understand every human situation. That requires awareness, that requires empathy, that requires judgment, that requires courage and leadership quality. A machine can follow a process. A leader must understand the person affected by the process. The real question is not should I follow the rule or follow my heart? The best question is how can I act responsibly without losing my humanity? That is the mark of mature leadership. Here is my call to action. Think about one difficult conversation or decision you are currently postponing. Ask yourself three questions. What is the rule? What is the human reality? What is the most responsible and compassionate action? Then take one courageous step and in the comments tell me which quality does today's workplace need more, discipline or empathy? If you are a mid-career professional facing stagnation, burnout, work-life imbalance, or loss of purpose, I invite you to join my community and come to my free webinar, Executive Leap Career Rise. There, I will show how to protect your inner resources and the right skills for consistent career growth with fulfillment through the Kema Yoga method or KYM in short. The registration link is in the description. Subscribe this channel for more timeless stories and practical career lessons. Remember, follow the process, understand the person, and lead with compassionate responsibility. Thank you.